Wotan's grave. A rotting god's corpse crawling with the restless dead.
Ugh. And my disgust with this world is finally complete. Lovely.
Well, it's not the nicest neighborhood, but the rents are reasonable.
The nightlife is so dead, though.
Come on, Abby. Don't do my jokes, but better. It's all I have.
Too soon. So very long. Dawn and dusk both. Approach if you're ready.
Whoever you are, show yourself.
Who? Abby, did you hear something?
You have much to see, Eventide. If you are ready.
Ready for what?
Aviana, are you well?
Who are you speaking to, child?
This feels wrong. The death here is wrong. Death should feel right.
Come, gloaming child. Bring light to darkness and shadow to luminance.
I can't be the only one who hears the voice. It's nearly deafening.
Well, every beast and bastard for leagues knows we're here now.
Sky madness. Drink water.
This is not the place to show weakness, Aviana. The undead swarming the god's corpse will not coddle you.
Look, if Abby says something is wrong, then something is wrong. Everyone stay quiet.
I'm fine.
Oh. To me, you seem wild-eyed and sweat-soaked.
Maybe one of the healers could... Does anyone have a spell or potion or something that...
We're moving on. Too much fighting and not enough drinking lately. I'm fine now, Ori. Promise.
Abby, that's one of the elves that held us captive in the Whitelands.
That was a misunderstanding. But perhaps a fortunate one? Let me explain.
First explain what you're doing with these penned-up undead, elf.
Your explanation had better be good, jailer.
Yeah, when I pass out and wake up in a cell, I like Ale to be involved first.
We had no choice. We intercepted communication that our mana flows were going to be targeted. We suspected outsiders like you.
Ridiculous.
But after you escaped, we captured a messenger and interrogated him.
Meaning you tortured him?
Gift me this dog's blood.
We found out it was the undead here in Wotan's grave who are targeting us. But we don't know what they're planning. This can still end well. You're obviously resourceful. If you helped us combat this plot, we could reach an agreement. To, compensate you for the earlier misunderstanding.
We'll help you stop the undead's attack, but it will cost you.
Of course, of course. To discover what the undead are plotting, perhaps it would be best if you tried to get the information from them yourself? You are rather intimidating.
Oh, you think that's bad? This is her when she's being nice.
You're one to talk. All right, let's talk to the undead.
Ah, so our tepid-blooded little host has pets, does she?
Here to tell us what you're planning. There are innocent lives involved, not just combatants.
Tickle us with your feeble tortures if you're going to, but spare me your prattle. The hum of your veins is already deafening.
You can linger in that cage if you want, but you're wasting away. If you tell me what I need to know, I'll have the elves bring you some sheep's blood.
No, not sheep. Give me elf blood. They can spare some, surely.
No. Sheep's blood or thirst?
I'll tell you. Just let me drink. My name is Pelma. I was part of a force sent to harvest mana from the corpse of the fallen god. There are caves beneath Wotan's grave. We were to extract and poison the mana.
Poisoned mana?
The suppliers, warlocks, they devised runes that could corrupt the mana. Once we mine the tunnels, we're to plant the runes in the elves' mana fountains above ground. The ones that feed their villages. All their villages.
That would kill hundreds! Thousands! Children use those mana springs!
Yes, they do.
You fools! We need to block those tunnels.
Then the tunnels will be your tomb.
This is Elven territory, outsider. What are you doing here?
We're not here to answer your questions, Scout. Stand down and let us pass.
If this is your path, then it seems the Fate Hand has guided you to your death.
My arrows come.
Aviana of Ilion, we meet again.
Yolamar, I should have known. If there's mana, you'd be close by.
I'm flattered you remember, but you can't be here, Nephilim. You're too dangerous, and this mana too valuable. Guards!
I will reduce you to pus and sinew, you sniveling insults to necrotomy.
Ejamar, you're meant to be building the throne of Korsal.
Everyone, stop! We know you're poisoning the mana spewing from Wotan, and we know you're going to use that poison to kill the elves.
At the very least, I hope you tortured Pelma to get that little tidbit. Really made her squeal.
She'll be fine. But you, on the other hand... Stand down.
Aviana of Ilion.
Stand down.
For my dread queen. You're beating hard. I must have it.
This should be fun. Will you just die?
For Mother Nevendar. We will birth a new world.
Where I go, darkness follows.
Face your death. Stand down.
You're beating hard. I must have it. For my dread queen.
Let us savor this moment.
Bones are... Oh, I will enjoy this.
Advancing.
Yolamar? Everyone all right?
It looks like everyone's fine, but that warlock got away.
The main thing is we put a stop to their plans. The elves are safe, and they have us to thank for it.
Imagine us arriving someplace and the people there thanking us. Ha! That'd be a nice change of pace indeed. What do we do with the runes they were using to poison the mana flows?
Take them and pack them for Ilion. I don't intend to use them, but someone needs to keep them safe.
Steal priceless artifacts. Ah, sounds like a plan I can get behind. Then what?
The elves are not guiltless, but I understand their actions. They are overrun and rendered paranoid by the deceit of these Second Woken. They've needed an ally, and it would seem they've found one in us. Go to them and be celebrated.
Well, then the plan is to go celebrate. Let's finish up here and go.
Oh, please, by the absent god, please help us! Altendrian was murdered by captives! The jailer's dead?
Calm down. Tell us what happened.
The vampire Pelma, the one leading the undead digging in the tunnels. She escaped and has gone on a rampage. She's slaughtered dozens of my scouts.
If you kept her starving in a cage, she's entitled to a few throats.
She's amassed the undead and they've swarmed up to Godhead. They're going to tap into the mana of Wotan himself. So that's probably bad?
Bloodlust tapped directly into the veins of a god. Yeah, probably bad, Ori.
Please. They will use that power to kill every living being if they're not stopped.
You're a jailer and a torturer. You might deserve your fate, but I can't let innocents get caught up in this. We'll go to Godhead.
Well, this is gruesome. Ah, it's strange, though. I feel like the air itself is charged with power.
It is.
You have come to me.
Wotan?
Yes, Avi. The big dead god is still Wotan.
You too have power, gloaming child. You too need power. Look around you. Lust and madness. Malice and want. And you between all.
I can hear you, but you're supposed to be dead.
Avi, things are about to get messy in here. We've got both elves and undead incoming.
Is your power to shape the light and darkness around you, or to pull both within yourself?
What do we do, Avi?
The undead and elves vie for the power my remains would grant them, and you stand between and above them. You've seen the faults of both. Addiction, bloodlust, cruelty. Perhaps their faults are your own.
This is a cruel world, Wotan. They're not perfect, but they're the allies I need.
Such is your judgment of them? You are then fit to stand in judgment? Will you trust them with this power? Would you trust yourself with it? Perhaps no one should have it.
You're right. No one deserves to have such power, especially not the gods. Look at what Nevendar has become under you.
Ah, but is that an answer? Power calls, and rare indeed is one who will not answer that call. You must decide what to do with it.
So you'd give this power to me?
Even gods do not give power, gloaming child. In this world, at this moment, I simply cannot stop it from being taken any longer.
What do we do, Avi?
What indeed?
None of you are worthy of this power, and none of you can bear this burden. Kill them! Kill them all! Stand down. That's better. Regret later, act now.
This
The life stream drains from you. For Mortis.
Let us savor this moment. Push them back.
Galleon greets you.
You cannot fight death. I need souls for repayment.
You're done, baby. Stand down.
Your beating heart. I must have it.
Will you just...
I will lick your wounds. I go.
Die. You're mine.
fire!
The life stream drains from you.
Your flesh is too soft.
Moving out.
Death, rebirth, and death again.
Beltagon Hoylentoth. Guide me to death.
Face your death. You're mine.
Abby, what are you doing? Abby.
Know me.
Abby, someone else is here. Whoa, hey, who the... You stay right there, me!
Who are you? What do you want?
You came to me, gloaming child. You and the other scavengers who picked at my corpse for whatever power you could glean.
Wotan?
Yes, or something very near to Wotan.
Impossible.
The dead god.
Explain this illusion.
I was once the patron god of the dwarfs. Perhaps this diminutive form is how your mind is capable of interpreting me. Now then.
Wait, did a god just insult me for being short?
I don't understand. We were at your grave. The god vein ruptured. If this isn't the four heavens...
You are the gloaming child, Aviana. The twilight between light and dark. This is a place of neither.
Then where is this?
Do you not suspect? This is Erdva.
The corporeal anchoring of the ethereal.
Erdva, the madness between worlds. The elves say it is where the shades of the gods rest.
The necromancers call it the Plane of Slights, realm of neither living nor dead.
We saw your body. It was decaying. You're dead.
I did wage war against the elven god Galleon and won. I tore his heart out and hurled it into the sun. I did fall to Solonial's rage. Mortis, the goddess that rose from that rage, did kill me, and all the dwarves of Nevendar out of revenge. But Nevendar is not the only plane, and Wotan is not the only Wotan.
Alright, so some kind of god realm, or whatever, and hear me out. We're all dying of mana poisoning and having a deathbed vision.
We wouldn't be having the same vision.
Maybe I'm having the vision, and I just imagined you said that? Wait, maybe my whole life was a vision. Maybe you were never real. Maybe I'm not real. I'm spiraling. Avi, make this better. Talk to the God-Man with my face and fix this!
Erdva is difficult for the mortal mind. This is the plane of slights, where the corporeal forms of gods exist.
I still don't understand how you can exist at all. Unless Mortis raises you, once you're dead, you're dead.
Wotan is dead in Nevendar. Wotan is alive in Erdva. You are light and you are darkness, but you are still you. I am a dream, a memory, a premonition. But I am Wotan.
Tell me more about this plane of slights. I don't even know what that means, frankly.
Erdva, the plane of slights. A place where shadows of gods rest. Or the tatters of my memory of such a place. Corruption has seeped into this memory. The pollution of the rot and royal of Nevendar.
Your memory of Erdva? You mean we're inside your memory? We're in your mind?
No, and yes. You are beginning to know me. To know the divine. There is no other way to explain it to a mortal mind. This is real, but it is also a memory. A memory that rots.
But if this is a memory, does that mean I've already been here? Are you remembering me?
Child, you've always been here, and you will never be here.
Alright, can I just stop pretending that I understand and go straight to hating this?
You said, know me. You're Wotan, I know that. What else am I supposed to know?
We must know the corruption and creation that trails in our wake. In your world, I hammered the mountains and the valleys. I watched over the dwarves for a time. They led me to disagree with the gods Galleon and Solonial. I ripped the heart from Galleon's chest and threw it into the sun.
Well earned.
Solonial struck me down. Then to save her love's heart, she threw herself into the sun. She returned as the burned horror, Mortis.
You should be thanked for giving us such a magnificent goddess.
I murder and am murdered. I create and am recreated. The connections between gods, between mortals, between worlds. They corrupt, they grow. You are a nexus of connections, Gloaming Child. The potential corruption that follows in your wake. Know the gods and learn.
Enough of this madness. I'm leading us out of here.
The corruption seeping in from the rot of Nevendar eats at your return, even as it eats at my mind. Cleanse Erdva, and you may yet find a way.
Good. So there is a way home from this place.
A way to exist, Gloaming Child. Here, you are the half-born memory of a dream. But that is at least something. The price of failure in this universe is nothing.
Okay, so you're not actually the jailer we met. What fever dream god are you, then?
I am Ars, the Lord of Chains.
Of course you are.
I am the Binder and the Keeper. You are not supposed to be here. You are supposed to be chained in place.
Speak of chains. Earn death.
Yes, yes, we all think you're very brave. Please don't get us in a fight with gods.
Binder and Keeper? Sounds like glorified servitude.
Oh, it is. Gloriously so.
In all the pantheons of all the gods, no one's ever written about you or spoken about you. No legends, no songs.
You are of the 10th epoch of Nevendar, but there are many more eras and ages, rises and falls, than what those epochs would reveal to you. I am proof of that.
If you're the god of chains, are you the reason the gods are trapped here?
Trapped. The Erdva, the plane of slights, is but one of an infinite number of realms in which we exist. The gods are not trapped.
So you're the god of those held captive?
Not just the jailer, but the jailed. Not just the chain, but those in chains. I am the whip that cracks, and I am the skin beneath. The same could be said of you, Nephilim.
We're leaving the plane of slights. Cowan of the Whitelands. What are you doing here?
I have become many things, but I was Galleon.
Galleon, the god of the elves.
Galleon, god of the elves, of the trees, of many things, and then nothing. Wotan ripped my heart out, but gods don't die, right?
I've noticed. The elves are split, desperate. They need you.
The schism, the epoch that fated the elves to divide, was inevitable. Nevendar is a land of divisions. It is cursed.
I've only heard legends of how you created life on Nevendar. What actually happened?
We were lovers. All of us. Bethrazen, Solonio, Wotan, and me. Bethrazen formed Nevendar, and it was the first schism. It tore us apart. Solonil and I clung together. Her tears were the rivers, my seed were the trees. Your world was the greatest creation in the universe, and it was doomed from the start.
The scribes write the tale, your heart was torn out by Wotan and hurled into the sun. But why?
My people say it was Wotan's jealousy, but it was not. It was fate. The schism was coming. Wotan's many divisions to many planes was coming. Solonio's death and rebirth was coming. The fate hand clasped us. We are gods, but against our fate we are nothing.
We're finding a way back to Nevendar, Galleon. Come with us. Your people need you.
She brought me back. But she was... and I was... I came back as Galleon the Twisted. Galleon the Divided. Galleon the Shifting. I cannot go back again.
My lord, please. We need you whole and returned. We need you to make us whole again.
Shift all you want, but return. Wipe the world clear of our enemies, and you will be renewed.
No. No. I must not be bent to others, not again. Not a creature of your world, just a creature.
Who are you, really?
I am the High Father. The angels are my children. The Empire are my children. You are all my children.
But, Father, you don't speak to mortals. You don't speak to anyone.
Orion, hold your tongue.
But you are unique amongst my children, aren't you?
Unique is a good way to say it. I am the Nephilim, Aviana. I am the child of Haras, and your child, Inoel.
You are all my children, Aviana. But my light throws shadow, and some of my children have slipped into that shadow.
The people of Nevendar pray. For epochs they pray. Why don't you answer those prayers?
Your world, child. I never wanted it. Nevendar was a mistake, an impetuous flourish from one of my wayward. It is true, I've often turned from your world.
People love you. They dedicate their minds, they mar their bodies, they throw their life into praising you.
Child, if I did not ask for them, do you think I asked for their adulation? I will not celebrate your victories, just as I do not relish your defeats. Love is not indulgence.
My mother was the angel Inuel. She was sent to Nevendar to destroy it, on your orders.
At my displeasure, universes dissolve into entropy. At my whim, stars explode into being. The greatest gift I can give Nevendar is my indifference. Consider it a blessing.
You act indifferent, but you're here and you're speaking to me. There must be a reason.
Because you are something new. Something I will need to turn my attention to. For better or for worse.
What does that mean?
Something I'll do? Something I won't do? What do you mean?
You have time yet before I turn my eyes to you. Be strong, child.
That's two. Feels like we're getting close.
This is no place for mortal flesh, Aviana.
We can talk in circles all day. This is going nowhere. Mortis, goddess of undeath.
My queen! My everything!
Soon.
Your name?
Hu-Wai-Jin, goddess of horrors that sleep beneath the waves. Maybe.
I've heard of no such god. I thought Solonial was goddess to the merpeople.
I am Hu-Wai-Jin, goddess of winds and wastes. Maybe.
You seem uncertain.
I am Hu-Wai-Jin, goddess of whores and bastards. Maybe.
Kuwai Jin. My name is Aviana.
I am Hu-Wai-Jin, goddess of lies and truths. Maybe.
State your true name and do it now.
I am Hu-Wai-Jin, goddess of dream and horror. Maybe.
If you're playing some kind of game, Kuwai Jin, I'm in no mood.
I am Hu-Wai-Jin, goddess of murder and love. Maybe.
You're many-titled. I understand the burden. Lately they've been calling me Liberator.
And drunkard.
Wow. That one's at least deserved. Maybe even a bit of an understatement.
I am Hu-Wai-Jin, goddess of gibbets and nooses. Maybe.
Right. I'm Aviana. And you?
I am Hu-Wai-Jin, goddess of lust and slaking. Maybe.
I am leaving.
I am Hu-Wai-Jin, goddess of beggars and fools. Maybe.
We're doing it! There's a way out ahead!
Knives, check. Body, check. Boyish good looks.
You're fine, you're fine. Maybe an inch taller, actually.
Har, har, har. So what do you think that place was? Erdva? The Plane of Slights?
When the mana vein ruptured, we should have died. It only makes sense that Erdva was the Four Heavens, and somehow we've been brought back to life.
That would explain why we all saw the same thing. I know we say this a lot these days, but this hasn't exactly gone to plan.
No, but the elves and undead both just heard the message. Ilion is here, and has as much a right to Wotan's grave as anyone.
And if Erdva was the afterlife, I'd say the gods heard it too.
My sister Burkana is here. These elves bear her markings and her stink.
The Liberator and the vampire from Verandor. My sisters told me the tale. From the carnage of the demon attack on our nurses, you appeared.
No need to thank us, soldier. But my friend here has business with your chieftain.
You have my thanks for sparing my sisters, but my orders are clear. Kill the second Woken. Every second Woken.
Die. You're mine. The old ways must die.
Look, a Morok key. If the way to Burkana was blocked by a dwarven door, it won't be any longer.
Let's hope this time goes better than the last time I needed one of those keys.
Burkana is inside. They've cornered her.
You said you were Viceroy to the Council of Six. Talk your way past them so we can use the Morok key we got from the Elven Guards.
This close to my vengeance, there is little I can't do. The chieftain you've cornered here is of personal interest to the Council of Six.
Viceroy Charlea, you're here serving the Dread Queen?
With every breath we do not draw, we serve her. Well done. But now stand aside. I claim this one in the name of the Six and the One. The Morok key, Aviana. Use it to open the door. It's time to end this.
Sharlea! So it's true. How did you pass the door?
Hello, sister. Are you pleased to see me? Your idiot son gave us the Morok key. Clearly, his greed is inherited.
You're a dryad, but your family are elves.
I am a shell of a woman. In my guilt, I tasted the mana flowing here, and I did again and again. It made me feel whole, but turned me into this.
Sharlea remembers you as an infant chieftain, but you have children.
My sister's death was a long time ago. Long enough for me to erase her from the songs of our dynasty.
Explain your presence in Wotan's grave.
The body of the rotting god is turning into pure mana. I was tasked with harvesting from this mana vein as the elders searched out the source of all mana. This was my lot in life, until I heard Sharlea had come to the grave.
Stop playing with your food, Sharlea. Either walk away or end this once and for all.
Yes, I deserve it.
Death was the least of it, you monster. Death was welcome. Do you know what your assassins did to me? They kept me alive for days, sister, amusing themselves with my suffering.
On my orders, I was so young, so jealous. You were wise, strong, commanding. While you lived, I would never truly be chieftain. I hated you so much.
And I hated you enough to linger, to fester and become something powerful. Edgemar found me, found the power and rage I had become.
In all my long years, I've never met a lingering shade with more raw power, more pure rage.
I betrayed you, and it haunts me. I never sleep, I never eat. My life is ashes and torment. Look at what my hate for myself has led me to. Look what I've become.
I've been so certain that this day would bring me blood and vengeance, and now that we're here, I don't know what to do.
Since I met you, I've wanted nothing more than for you to be happy. If there is any warmth left in that heart of yours, listen to it and act on it.
You couldn't break the bond between us, sister, but I can. Let me show you.
No! Stay back!
Mother Nevendar, in your name.
Die. Stand down.
Are you bleeding? Just a little bite. You suddenly look delicious.
The life stream drains from you.
Die! 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 Bones are for crushing.
I will lick your wounds.
That's better.
I'm going to have fun.
Die and be awoken.
Your flesh is too soft. Let us savor this moment. Moving out.
This should be fun.
These lands no more.
Stand down. Stand down.
I love
Can you hear her calling to us?
Oh, I will enjoy this.
Be gone from these lands.
You're mine. Stand down!
I'm going to. Advancing.
You will serve me in time.
Do not fear death.
What? It's a trick I learned from Edgemar.
Like necromancer, like vampire, as they always say.
This, her beating heart, will forever bring me the power in death that she robbed from my life. By the seasons of your body, you are pledged to me.
My arrows come.
The forests rose. It was my home, and as its druid, I was its ward.
It's hard to imagine anyone living in this place.
The trees were thick, beautiful. They whispered together of ages past and drank from roots older than gods.
Not fire. The forests almost seem destroyed intentionally.
By war and failure. The world's war and my failure. Before meeting you, I gave my life to avenging it.
Something's stalking us.
Emder, you have aged.
Melindrath. At first I didn't recognize you. You carry the smell of the blood of innocence.
No one is innocent anymore.
So, two things. First, you know this cat? And second, cats talk now?
This is Emder. You would know her as a were-leopard. This is but one of her forms.
And this is the Liberator that even the birds sing of?
It seems all the other animals have left.
The children.
The children have gone. Some did. Some fled to die elsewhere when their madness is spent. Is it possible you still care for them? For the creatures and trees?
You're not like any were-leopard I've met before.
I am one of the mothers, the first of the forest beasts. The others are gone. I was the mistress of this forest. It was innocent. The trees and meadows knew no sin. Melindrath and I failed them.
Your breathing is weak. You're wincing. Show us your wound. We may be able to heal it.
The forest is my wound. These are its last days. And with it, I will die.
No, we will go to the elves. They squander phoenix seeds on medicines for wounded soldiers. Then the soldiers go forth and create more wounds. By the seasons of my body, I beg you. The seeds were stolen from the forest's rose to supply warriors. We must find them. The tracks of the Phoenix Seeds thieves lead here. I smell medicines. They're close.
Stop this, Druid. That medicine is all that stands between these elves and death.
Then the elves die. They molest the seeds, the very wombs of the forest, into tinctures to use to save the warriors who would burn the forests down.
But they're not going to give up the seeds without a fight.
Nature is brutal and impassive. Some live, some die. We have the strength to influence which.
Except we're not nature. We're people. We have responsibilities that animals don't have.
Indeed, and we must harden ourselves, or the ravenous world will feed on our weakness.
The forest is already dead, Melandrak. We can't take medicine from people who need it to regrow some trees.
Survival always means death, Aviana. Choices mean consequences.
These elves are people, not consequences.
I understand. I failed Emder long ago. It was a desire to redeem myself that led to the impulse. I accept that in myself.
Should we try to find her? Do you need to talk to her?
No, she will die well enough, and I can die where I will. Such is the nature of things. Emder, my love.
You just called her your love.
Emder was my wife. The love of my long life. We had many cubs together. We were a family. That is over.
Her soul's gone. She's traveling to the second heaven as we speak.
The soul is nothing but dreams and wishes. Our body is what truly matters.
you